How's it going, everyone? One of the most iconic Capcom franchises' original releases making a comeback with the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Now, while it does have remaster in the title, it is referred to as the Deluxe Remaster, and I would say that is apropos. I would even go as far as to say that they could have titled this a remake and promoted it as a remake, because from the ground up, it looks phenomenal from a visual standpoint, comparatively speaking to the original 2006 release. And they're making a lot of refinements and improvements. I know a lot of you guys are incredibly nostalgic about the original game that released all the way back in 2006. So yes, we are approaching 20 years since the original Dead Rising dropped. But now the original game is back better than ever. And if you're looking to get into some zombie slaying action, have I got you covered with everything you need to know about the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster before you spend your $50 on it. Now, before we get into this video, if you are looking to play this game on PC and Steam, I was like to give you guys a heads up and a reminder. Our good friends over at Green Man Gaming have got the game standard and digital deluxe edition, as we'll cover with what's available in both editions along with the pre-order bonus, but they've got it discounted 12% off on the standard edition, $44, digital deluxe edition 12% off as well for $52.79. So go check that out if you are interested. But now let's talk about Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Dead Rising, the original release, is back, and this time rebuilt with modern graphics. Dead Rising returns with modern graphics. More than just a remaster, this Deluxe Remaster is a full graphical overhaul of the very first game in the slaughtering action game series, Dead Rising. This remaster has also been fully voiced over, it supports autosaves, and has various other quality of life features. I think the element of quality of life improvements is the biggest drawing card to something like a Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Look, a lot of people loved it back in 2006, but if you go back and play it now, there's a lot of things that also do show its age, and they're looking to refine that with the release of this version of the game. As noted on the official page, Dead Rising is a zombie game that was first released in 2006. The massive number of zombies on screen and the relentless waves of gore shook game fans to their core. This unprecedented amount of freedom in combat and the fact that the player was also free to choose how they spend their time resulted in the game being a big hit. That freedom in doing whatever you want in Dead Rising was one of the biggest elements of the game, and that is retained in its full form with the Deluxe Remaster. The game's story, a little bit of background on that, set in Willamette, Colorado. One day, this regular city found itself under quarantine. All of the roads had been blocked off by the army, all of the lines had been closed, and all wireless communication was severely restricted. Freelance journalist Frank West, smelling a scoop because of the extreme restrictions of information, charters a helicopter and heads to the scene. Little did he know he was about to run into a 72-hour hell of an experience for himself. That 72 hours enables you to do whatever you want in that window of time. Frank finds himself in a huge shopping mall crawling with zombies, and players will somehow have to survive this undead hell until help arrives in 72 hours. And what you do in this 72 hours and how you decide to survive is a big element of the game. Are you going to be in the position to rescue other survivors in the mall? Will you focus on defending yourself? Or will you find out the truth and get the scoop of a lifetime? Now, to give you guys an idea of how that 72 hours goes about, the 72 hours per hour of in-game time is 5 minutes of real-world time. So that's how they go about spending the 72 hours. You also do have the option to advance time quicker if you are at a save point, and that is going to come into play in the Infinity mode as well. If you do want to play that component, which is more of an endless mode, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The Deluxe Remaster features realistic graphics reborn through the RE engine. All graphics have been completely revamped, from the characters to the environments. Characters' facial expressions and details are more realistic, and the gore is more vivid than ever. Witness an overwhelming number of zombies filling the screen, rendered in glorious new visuals. Now, as far as the new visual aesthetics go, some of you guys might be alarmed with Frank's new design. There is an outfit that is available that'll make Frank look how he looked like in the original game, so don't worry too much about that. But from a visual standpoint, the game is a phenomenal jump up, and that's why I think it would be foolish to just portray this game as a regular remaster. Look, we get a lot of regular remasters these days. This is far more than that as far as visual improvements go. Improved playability as well. The appeal of the original game has been preserved, but we've added quality of life improvements such as auto-saving, renewed controls, and UI, as well as other various details details that have been supported. Fully voiced with 3D audio support as well on top of the renewed graphics. The entire game is now fully voiced in 9 different languages, including English. BGM and sound effects have been remastered as well and now support 3D audio for an even more immersive experience. Now, as I mentioned, the game's main mode is the 72-hour mode, which will have you survive in the shopping mall for 72 hours. The objective of the game's main mode is to wait until help arrives to survive that full 72 hours inside of the zombie-infested shopping mall from September 19th till September 22nd. Almost all of the mall is available from the beginning of the game, so it's up to you to decide on how you want to spend time as the time clicks down. Get the scoop, this shopping mall isn't just crawling with zombies, it's also filled to the brim with scoops. Scope out the hottest scoops, be the survivors getting into trouble or leads on the truth behind the zombie outbreak. As a journalist, Frank knows he's got to be hot on the tail of any development to get that scoop, since you've got to be in the right place at the right time to get each scoop. It's important to choose which leads to prioritize because you do have a limited amount of time. Some of the changes also include the calls informing Frank of the latest scoops will no longer be cut off if the player performs actions or gets attacked, making for a more friendly user experience. Throughout the game, you'll have a variety of different upgrades and actions. While Frank might struggle with the hordes of zombies early on, he'll level up throughout the game and gain PP for taking pictures and completing scoops. As Frank levels up, he not only increases his stats, but also gains access to all kinds of skills ranging from the ability to kill zombies with his bare hands to even walking atop crowds of zombies. Keep leveling up and enjoying going all out with Frank once he becomes tough and learns some new moves. Controls have also been updated to make skills more intuitive and easier to perform as well. Photography, as a journalist, Frank's best friend and partner is the camera he carries around his neck everywhere he goes. There are plenty of photo opportunities around the mall, so keep your camera at the ready to get the perfect shot. Some changes to the camera controls have been implemented as well. They've been greatly expanded, allowing you to take an even wide variety of pictures. You can also apply filters to your photos, so that is available as well. Now, the original game did feature an erotica scoring system. That has been removed from the game, so take that however you want. There is also an infinity mode, which if you want some replayability, this is exactly where to go. This is more of an endless horde style mode where your health is going to be decreasing over time and you'll be able to challenge yourself to see how long you can last. The secret infinity mode from the original remains intact in the Deluxe Remaster. You have to unlock this mode and there are some changes. You can save mid-session as well as the ability to fast forward. The in-game time infinity mode has become more casual and enjoyable. The original, while it was the ultimate challenge if you did want it, there was also a lot of pushback as it being a little bit too difficult. You weren't able to save mid-game, so if you just wanted to survive for a while, you had to continually play the game. And it is going to be a little bit more accessible, but also do keep in mind that as you play the Infinity mode in Dead Rising, while you can advance the game time, you do need food to constantly replenish your health because your health will go down over time. And as time progresses in the Infinity mode, the game will continually get more and more difficult. So the endless style of horde difficulty is present in the Deluxe Remaster, while also maintaining a different level of accessibility to encourage new players to check it out as well and not be too overwhelming. You'll also have access to a watch and map. Having a way to keep track of your schedule is vital for the man on the go. You can check your watch and keep track of time as well as any scoops that are currently happening. Use your watch in combination with the mall's map to plan the perfect schedule as well. At certain locations, you can also now fast forward in game time by looking at your watch. Save points are going to be the primary place to do this. I do also want to highlight the various editions available of the game. You do have the base game at $49.99 and the Digital Deluxe at $59.99. I am very critical when it comes to remasters and their price points. In this case, given how big of an improvement it is from a visual standpoint, I don't think that $50 price tag is too tall of an ask. Now, the Deluxe Edition is a lot of cosmetics and music pack that are included, but it's some pretty cool stuff. Costumes and BGM. The Willy Mad Parkview Mall pack, you'll get a Resident Evil Heroes pack as well as a Resident Evil Villains pack. You'll get a Mega Man pack and a Capcom Fighters pack, so if you're a fan of Capcom IPs, all of that will be represented in the Deluxe Edition, $10 more expensive than the base game. On top of that, buying either edition of the game will entitle you to the pre-purchase offer of costumes and BGM, the Dead Rising Original Pack. This pack contains costumes for Frank and BGM that can be played in the shopping mall. You'll get the costume Frank West 2006. This is the original Frank West outfit. And you'll get the Dreams of Your Mall music to arrange. You'll get the costume of Chuck Green from Dead Rising 2. You'll also get the Super Shopper BGM from Dead Rising 2. And the costume, the Willy Mad Parkview Mall B from Dead Rising and the Happy Fight Mall music 6 arranged. That is for for either edition of the game. And on top of that, as I mentioned, Steam keys for both edition of the game are discounted over at Green Man Gaming. You buy it, you'll get it a little bit cheaper. You won't pay tax either. You'll get a Steam key, redeem it on there, and you will be good to go. Just to clarify, the system requirements for the game are nothing too beefy whatsoever. While it isn't Steam Deck verified as of the recording of this video, I would very much imagine it will be Deck verified. An Intel Core i7-6700 or a Ryzen 5 3400, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or a Radeon RX 580 is going to be minimum GPU requirement, and then recommended i7-8700, Ryzen 5 3600, and then GTX 1070 Ti or a Radeon RX 5700. Particularly, the recommended does note an RTX 3080 or a Radeon RX 6900 XT required to support 4K at 60 FPS. So if you're trying to play it at 4K at 60 FPS, you are going to need quite the beefy GPU for that 3080, which is on the higher end side. But that is going to do it for me. Again, super exciting to revisit the world of Dead Rising. If you're looking for some over-the-top zombie slaying action, it looks like they've done a lot of improvements with this one, a lot of quality of life improvements. You'll still have that limited window of time to get all of the action done and do all of the content in that shopping mall, but how you tackle it is gonna be up to you. And the Infinity Mode's gonna offer a little bit of replayability as well. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster officially drops on September the 19th. It will be $49.99 for the base game and $59.99 for the Deluxe Edition with a lot of cosmetic bonuses. Again, links to Green Man Gaming in the description box below if you want it a little bit cheaper on PC and Steam. Well, that's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts. Let me know if you're picking up Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I get it, a lot of games are coming out. This might be one a lot of people do wait on a sale for, but sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.